Everyone, I'm Jaideep Singh Chahal. So we've got Amabi's green or whatever this color is called. It's a very complicated name, kinetic yellow, even though it looks like green to me. But so we've got it here with us, and there's a ton of work that has been done to it. Earlier in the previous video, we only saw the American Racing 8J wheels with the 31 10.5 BFGs. At that point of time, it was running on a makeshift lift, which was just a spacer, which is like a 1.8 inches of spacer. I'll try to show you that as well. uh, so now this is the final stance. We've got the actual hardware on. I'll quickly show you in the rear. uh, Not really visible from here, but we've got the Ironman suspension on. uh, will be visible. We've got a C spring in the front that is rated for the front bull bar that you can see, and a winch as well, a set of lights, and maybe some more hardware up front. Rear, we've got a set of B coils, which will be pretty comfortable and not as stiff as the C ones. So this is what I always emphasize on. You have to know what you need and pick your requirements accordingly. So we've got a C in the front, we've got a B in the back. So it should be running pretty fine. So we've already tested the same setup in Bangalore and Thomas's Jimny as well. So we went ahead with the same setup. Uh, Quite a lot of work that has been done. Of course, the suspension is on, the brake line is on, all the hardware that comes with the suspension kit is on. Also, I think this is the nicest looking snorkel money can buy. We fitted a lot of snorkels in a lot of vehicles, but nothing has been this neat. Involves zero cutting, even though the entire thing comes apart. So for a neat installation, the the bonnet comes off, the cowl top comes off, the entire thing comes off, but it replaces just a small little plastic bit there. So not really happy with how the routing inside is done, because it is more of a, it's a loose pipe as of now, but there's quite a few brands that do proper S-shaped pipes. So we might be picking some of those for all the vehicles, because all 5 Jimneys, they've got the same snorkel set. So yeah, this thing rolled off, but just to give you a little idea, if you can come towards the front, I think this is going to be the nicest looking front end ever. A pair of Light Force 240, old trusted halogen setup, and this is an ARB replica supplied by Aminsons AMX 4x4. We've been buying a lot of bumpers from them, and I think the best value for money and the best lines. So if you can start from one side, uh, the first thing that I want to emphasize on is, if you can come this side, the bumper is closed in the back and it aligns with the fender lining. So we'll chop the excess fender lining and it will get screwed onto the bumper as well. So it forms a sealed unit in the middle. Uh, it's got the proper ARB type inverted winch mounting. So these four holes that you see, they will take the winch and the fair lead will go on at the bottom. So no extra winch tray setup. So this accounts for the lightest possible bumper, and the packaging, including the shipping, everything, it weighed close to 32 kgs. So not a very heavy bumper, should do the job very well. Uh, we were able to replace of course, the Chinese fog lamps that came with the bumper with the stock fog lamps. So a lot of opportunity to upgrade in the future as well. And no splicing of wires. Of course, the direct coupler could go on to this one. And also it has a small hole for the headlamp washer, but we still have to figure out, because this is a round thing and the actual headlamp washers, they go into a square fitment. So we might have to drill a few holes, and the middle fills up very well with the Light Force pair. I'll just take these off because there's a couple of things that I wanted to show. So if you can see now, we've just mock fitted the bumper. This is not the final fit. It is sitting low by almost an inch and a half. What I wanted to show was, the color is so bright that it pops from behind the bumper as well, and it makes the bumper look like a hollow shell. So the main bit that is going to be done now is, we have just finished doing a mock fitting of the bumper, and I'll show you how the hardware works. Just come around, I'll take it off for you. Yeah, that's it. So placing the bumper here, so these two bullhorn things that you can see, they bolt on directly to the frame. Very solid mounting with the ends of the frame, with the ends of the chassis, and it's got sliding screw fitment, and we can bolt in three each side and adjust it for forward and reverse. And the slots on the back of your bumper, they have vertical slots, so you get tons of adjustment area to play with, so that the final line that sits here comes out to be very neat. So next thing that is going to happen is we'll mask off this bit, and we are going to spray a basic black on the front so that it doesn't look odd from behind the bumper. So that being it, we just have to make some connections for the DRL. We are getting an LED DRL in this slot and an LED turn signal in the other one. So that will be done. And also we've upgraded the grill on this one. We got rid of the chrome, and this is a very basic looking aftermarket grill. This is not very expensive, but it is injection molded plastic. We have the option of going for a vintage Suzuki lettering, a cursive Suzuki lettering, or we can even let it sit like this. I think once the lights are on, there won't be much space to even see what's written on it. So that's about it for this one. Next is the white chimney for Akshay. So for that one, we will be covering the installation of the snorkel. I'll do a detailed video on that. And also the grill. It's pretty simple. You could do it at home as well. So that one is also getting a grill upgrade, a snorkel upgrade, a stage 2 remap. The suspension is going on, a bull bar in the future. And all of these cars are getting a Swastik Fabs underbody protection plate. So those are on the way thanks to Viji. We'll be fitting them very soon. So that's about it. Really excited for the final outcome, because what you can see is this is a flat line and the bumper top is a flat line as well. So it is going to mate very well with optimum clearance. Once that is done, it is going to look factory. So let's just see how it turns out, and we'll try to cover more detail. Video on the white one we'll record as well. Thank you. So finally, as you can see, the front install is done, and it's come out even better than what we thought it would. The lines are very, very beautiful. You can see it just merges in. I don't think there could be a better looking bumper, and especially at the kind of cost this thing is coming, uh, no complaints at all. Uh, we've retained the stock fog lamps, so there's no cutting of wiring. And the best part is, if you can see, we managed to retain the headlamp washers, and they've fit in very, very nicely. The stock plumbing has been retained. We just had to cut a little section to make these sit nicely inside, and that's where the winch fair lead will go. I think the winch comes in another 10 days time, so we'll install the winch there. The control unit will go up there. The bumper has a provisioning for everything, I believe, and we've just parked it a little raised in the front just for a feel good factor, but very, very neat install. So I think another 10 days and we'll be done with this one. And that white one right there, that is also going to that one has been the suspension is already done, so we'll start the next set of things after that. uh, a lot of exciting stuff for that one. Snorkel, of course, the grill, but we're getting a stage 2 ECM remap because that one is running an exhaust as well. So do share your feedback. I know bull bars are not very legal in a lot of parts of India, but we're lucky to be in Punjab where it's not much of a hassle. So enjoying while it lasts and while it is still not an issue in Punjab, so we'll be using the bull bar. So thank you so much.